Well, with me in the studio now is Mohammed Nanabai, the founder of Al Jazeera's new media. Mohammed, I don't need to tell you just how impossible it is to imagine a world now without the internet. It really does colour a lot of our lives, doesn't it?
I mean, it's changed the way we communicate, the way it's changed the entire fabric of our society. You know, when our kids grow up, they wouldn't know a world without the internet. We can't remember a world without the internet. We wouldn't be able to communicate, to be able to share information. Just the way we interact with each other has changed so dramatically over the last 20 years.
And is it becoming truly global? I mean, we talk about maybe a north-south divide or countries that don't have as much access to it as other countries. Is that changing?
I think that's changing. You know, there's rapid growth in countries that particularly don't have the connectivity that they used to have. But this digital divide really mirrors the economic divide. So, you know, in nations and countries and continents that are falling behind and still developing, as they economically progress, we're seeing progress digitally as well. And people are getting online, connecting to the internet, and really just mirrors what's going on in society.
I mean, there are concerns by some governments about how much information people can access, and we do see censorship in certain countries, China, Myanmar. We saw some in Bangladesh. I mean, how much concern is there about the kind of information we can all access?
Well, you know, this issue of censorship is quite interesting because it really reflects what's allowed in society generally. So when you're talking about censorship in China or in the Middle East, it's reflecting the social and cultural norms of those countries. And obviously, as we go online, this changes because previously, if you censor something locally, it was really local. When you censor something online, the whole world knows about it. So as soon as a country blocks Wikipedia or blocks YouTube, there's an outcry across the world, which wouldn't happen previously. And these are one of the big challenges we face of how do we move forward in a world where we've come to expect the internet to be open. We've come to expect everyone to have access to information, and that's under threat.
I mean, clearly that's the lifeblood of organisations like Al Jazeera, finding information and distributing information. What about hacking, though, and security issues? I mean, I don't know if you remember that. There was a film called War Games where the world was brought to the brink of nuclear war because of a computer game. I mean, are those real, serious concerns?
Well, there are serious concerns, and security, the actual infrastructure of the internet is something that, you know, is developed over time, and really there is no master plan, there is no central gatekeeper of the internet. It's a distributed system. So on one hand, the very nature of the internet is resilient. When it was developed initially as part of a DARPA, which, you know, a US defense project, it was developed to be a resilient network that if, in the event of a nuclear war, that communications would still be able to take place. So the whole, you know, notion of the internet was to resist any sort of attack on it, and that information would route around anywhere that was destroyed. So while, you know, there are these risks of hacking and cybercrime and all of these things, the nature of the internet at the moment, as it stands, is resilient to this.
And the potential is endless. Thank you very much indeed for joining us, Mohammed Nanabai.
Thank you.